next concept that we're looking at is the rights of the accused. And one of these is changed by the study design, but it's actually changed to something a lot easier, which is just the right to silence. Previously, it used to be the right to a fair trial, which included many processes within the definition. So we'll just skim through these. I do have like sections and whatnot here, but you don't really have to know these. It's great if you can. So the accused has a right to be tried without unreasonable delay, to have their trial fairly soon. So this is defined as the right to have one's charges heard in a timely manner, and it states that delays should only occur if they are considered reasonable. So this right acknowledges that delays will always occur within the justice system. Of course, we have case backlogs, okay? But they cannot be illogical or unreasonable. So if all criminal cases in this specific court are getting delayed by a year until the trial finally happens, that's probably reasonable. But if for this one person, that's 3 years that they have to sit without any release on bail, literally sit in jail, that's not fair. So we have this right to be tried without unreasonable delay. We've got the right to silence. This is a common law, actually. It's been developed through the courts, but it basically suggests that a person who's been accused of committing a crime has the right to silence at all times to avoid incriminating themselves. So they have rights like refusing to talk to police and give a police interview, and refusing to talk at all during a trial or even to give any evidence. This is used, again, when an accused person doesn't want to incriminate themselves, because who has the burden of proof? The prosecution does, not the accused. All right. And then we've got right to a trial by jury, which is for all indictable or serious offenses in the criminal justice system. The accused person has the right to a jury trial with 12 members of their community deciding whether they are guilty or not, rather than a single judge. So trial by jury involves members of the community being impaneled to listen to the facts of the case and determine the verdict. This is supported by Section 80 of the Commonwealth Constitution and is only accessible, again, to those charged with an indictable or serious offense. So if you've been charged with an offense and your claim is going to the magistrate's court, which is the lowest court in the court hierarchy, you are not entitled to a trial by jury, because that is a summary or not serious or not very serious offense, okay? So we get access to a trial by the community. You will need to learn the Constitution in Unit 4, so you do need to remember that Section 80 of the Commonwealth Constitution gives us right to a trial by jury for indictable Commonwealth offenses. Okay, but this is only for Commonwealth offenses. Things like terrorism, large-scale fraud, things that are tried as a Commonwealth crime in the High Court, a crime against all of Australia, okay? And then within the states, there is state legislation, such as a Victorian piece of legislation that also ensures the right to a trial by jury, okay? So there are different pieces of legislation that ensure, but for Commonwealth offences, it's Section 80 of the Commonwealth Constitution, and you will need to know this section later on when you learn about express rights later on in the year.